Well, everybody asks me where I get the ideas for my books, and each time I start a new book, I have to have a little sparking off idea to get me into it. And for this new book, A Walk in the Park, a couple of years ago I went to a friend's wedding, and it was a beautiful wedding. It was in Clifton College Chapel in Bristol, and we were all waiting in the chapel for the bride to get there. No bride, no bridesmaids, nobody was turning up. And to begin with, it was funny because we thought this is a joke, and we were joking about the bride not turning up. And then time went on and we started to think, this isn't so funny. Is she actually not going to turn up? And in the end, very, very late, the bride, the bride's mother, all the bridesmaids eventually arrived, so we all breathed a sigh of relief. And we found out afterwards that her friend, an old school friend, had fallen out with her the night before the wedding, and that friend's wedding present to them was to provide the hairdresser and the makeup artist for the bride and the bridesmaids and the bride's mother. And so without them knowing about it, she'd phoned up and cancelled the hairstylist and the makeup artist. So on the morning they're just sitting there at home waiting for these people to come to turn up and make them beautiful, and nobody turned up. She didn't have a contact number for them, so she didn't know what was going on. In the end they realised that she wasn't going to turn up, so they had to struggle and do it all themselves. Luckily she did know how to put makeup on, but some people don't, and they were looking on YouTube to find out how to put curls in your hair with straightening irons, because they didn't have all the equipment. So it's funny now, it wasn't so funny at the time, but when she told me, I said, I'm going to use that in a book. She's never spoken to the so-called friend since. But that was the sparking off idea for the whole book. I thought, this girl, it's going to be on the morning of her wedding day, and the person supposed to be doing the makeup and the hair isn't going to arrive. It's not for that reason. I've had to change it, obviously, for my own purposes. But I thought that was something that I'd never heard of before. I can use that and make it my own, and it'll feature in the next book. So that's what I did.